Hello. So today's topic, based on some of the US summer training, United States of America. I want to go over this because I'm the Irish runner, I'm from Ireland, and I've checked my Facebook, or not my Facebook, my YouTube viewer rate, and the majority of my viewers are from Ireland, so I wanted to go through the US summer training. So I'm sure, like most of you, have an idea of what the Irish training summer is like. I'll give you an example, but anyway, we tend to keep training competitively throughout the summer, keep racing throughout the track season. It normally starts around April, May, and we just keep doing the track until sometime maybe July or August. Around that time, we take a 2 week break and we get back base building. That's the way it's done in Ireland generally, but in America it is totally different, and we're going to go over the college system. So, first off, what they do is, I think their season ends around May sometime. I'm not sure exactly when. Sometime May, I think. As I said, oh god, I'm repeating myself again. Okay, here we go. So we're going over this now. So, season ends in May. Yeah, I have my notes written down here, just like, I think that suits me better. Otherwise I'll be mumbling and just thinking too much, and the pace will be slow. And, I want to keep you viewers interested. I want to keep you subscribing. I want to entertain you. Okay, so they take 2 weeks of a break. So that's what I read from some of this. This is from Runner's World, BYU, which stands for Brigham Young University, which is in Provo in Utah. That's the western part of America, but it's not by the coast. It's inland, sort of, but it's more west than east anyway. So by mid-June, they do one 15 to 20 minute tempo a week at a comfortably hard intensity. So generally for me, if I'm doing, say, 2x2 mile tempo, be in the middle of the season when I'm in top shape, that'll be a 520 mile pace. According to my coach, my comfortable pace would be 540 mile pace. So I'm guessing at this stage, because I'd say they'd only been back 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks at most, they'd be a bit unfit, because they say after taking 2 weeks of a break, you lose about a minute off your 5k pace or even more. So that's at least 20 seconds per mile, maybe, so say 20 to 30, 20 to 25 seconds. So say for me that might be 6 minute mile pace, 6:05 mile pace. And they seem to start doing their tempos, even though they only do one of them a week. They seem to start doing them quite early, because I assume they'd only be doing back 2 or 3 weeks at this stage, training away. So they take a 60-second break in between. Yeah, so 15-20 minutes. So say they're doing 20 minutes, 10 minutes, comfortably hard pace. Probably be able to call it a bit of conversation at that pace, I'd say. And they take a 60-minute break, 60-second break. I'm not sure what they do. Do they just stop completely? Do they just walk? Do they run at a slower pace? I'm not sure. But anyway, they increase mileage by 5 to 15 miles every 4th week. What? Oh, I'm not sure. I don't understand that. They increase mileage by... Does that mean they increase their mileage by that much each week? Oh no, wait, does that mean they just keep their mileage the same and then they only make a 5 to 15 mile increase on the 4th week? So they're increasing their mileage by 5 to 15 miles per month? That doesn't sound right, but anyway, I'm not sure what that means. So they increase mileage by 5 to 15 miles every 4th week. That's what I wrote down. I don't know, I probably didn't write that down right, but anyway, there's a guy called Josh Rohatinsky. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's how the name sounds to me. 2006 NCAA cross-country champion. He won several individual state titles in high school. That's what they call it in America. They don't call it secondary school like we do in Ireland. So you just take 2 or 3 months off in the summer, but Coach Eyestone said you're not in high school anymore. Yeah, so that's what he said. You're not in high school anymore. That piss take of taking the whole summer off has to stop. You have to train throughout the summer. Only take 2 weeks off a year. I'm surprised that he could run so well and take the whole summer off. I mean, geez, I wasn't doing that. Last time I took the summer off was 2011, because I didn't really run back then. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I did the odd football camp back then, but overall I wasn't really active enough, I'd say. Since 2012, every summer since then has been pretty active. 2 weeks off, no more. Running 6 times a week, mostly. Lately it's been 7, but anyway. Right now it's none because I'm on a break. A 2 week break. Last time I ran was on Monday. It's Friday. 4 days without running. No, I'm going mental. Okay. So, Rotinsky around 20 miles a week in high school. Oh, jeez, that's very low. I can't believe it. Jeez, he must have been very talented. I've heard Em Coughlin used to do 35 miles a week when he was in secondary school, 18 before he went off to college in America. But geez, 20, that's not much at all. I'm surprised by how little mileage he was doing and how successful he was. But he went up to 90 miles a week when he was in college. So improvements. T says without a summer plan, you'll fall apart. Yeah, a summer training plan. Yeah, it's important. Okay, some people can get away with it. Most people can't. Anyway, your chances are, if you take the whole summer off, no matter what you do, no matter how well you eat, no matter how well you train during the season, no matter how well you rest, you're not going to run as well. So, training is part of it anyway. So, BYU, which is Brigham Young University. First time I've heard of that place today. Student athletes come for 2-year Latter-day Saints missions. Oh yeah, it's a Mormon college where they've only run a handful of times. So this is a unique situation to our college. They go off for 2 years, they don't run much, and they're very unfit. So the coach, what's his name? Your man, Ice Stone. He has to be very careful with them. He doesn't want to overdo it. He says you have to be very delicate. You have to slowly build up, not injure them, not set them back. And he says, okay, so here we go. He tries to reestablish the base, upping their mileage by 5 miles a week, where it can take up to a year to get back to racing form. So yeah, 2 years off, it's going to take you ages to get back. There's no doubt about it. You can't think you're not going to lose much. If you think you're not going to lose much after 2 years off, you're out of your mind. Okay. So start back with 3 or 4 mile runs. No, this is a different one. Los Gatos. Sorry, I did not look up where they are, but they're Central Coast Section Division 2 Cross Country Championships. It's called Chris Foster. So my apologies. I probably should have done some more research here, but anyway. By the end of the summer, they're doing 8 mile long runs. It doesn't seem like much. Do you mean the end of July or the end of the summer holidays? Because even by the end of July, 8 mile long runs does not seem like much at all. Jesus, really taking their time up in the wilds then. In the summer, they meet to train in the morning. In college, it's when school ends at 2:20. Alright, so meet up in the morning. I'm not sure where Los Gatos is, but it might be in a warm part of America, southern part, where I've seen what happens there. They train very early in the morning to escape the heat, the summer heat, because it's not how hard that is here in Ireland or Britain or other places that aren't hot. So it's 2:20 when college ends. I'm not sure when it starts. So the coach says that he trains once a day because he doesn't want to overdo it. He thinks double days would be a little bit too much. Students then might not get enough sleep. It feels like that extra hour or so in bed is probably better. He believes in the whole less is more. Like the Kenyans, they believe that too. Okay, so on to Jay Johnson. Look at my notes here. Jay Johnson ran at University of Colorado. He works with high school runners as director of Boulder running camps. Yeah, he's a top guy. Thumbs up to him. Alright, so he suggests taking a 2-week break after the outdoor season. Yeah, as I mentioned before, most coaches recommend that. My coach recommended that as well, 2 weeks. If I'd said 2 to 3 weeks, but I think 2 weeks is enough for me. Jeez, I find it hard to take 2 weeks off. Never mind 2-3 months. Okay. Athletes should do same volume as in track season. Jeez, when they come back. This guy is a tough coach. Normally people reduce the mileage, but in the track season, but say I were to do that and I was going out from 70 to 45 in track season and 45 miles when I'm getting back from summer break, that'd be a lot. I would not be doing that much. Probably not, maybe 20, 30 I'd say, but that's high volume. This guy, I'm not sure if this is the best idea actually. This guy does seem to be tough. I'd say some runners might burn out in a program like this. So he says out here, if you ran 5 by 150 to 200 meters 2 to 3 times a week in track, you should do the same at start of summer training, faster than 5k. So this would be 800, 1600, or 300, 200. That'd be 2 mile race pace. Right, so this is what he's saying. So when you get back, you should start doing sessions straight away, but very light stuff. I'd say most of the stuff. I'm not sure what the other mileage will be like, but I'm assuming because the sessions are so low in volume that the runs after that, the mileage wouldn't be that slow. Like say a 15:30 5k runner does 8-minute miles in his recovery runs. Maybe if he's doing this getting back, he might do 7-minute miles because you don't need as much to recover from. Something like that. I'm just guessing. I don't know exactly what's going on here. This is my understanding of running. So 8, 600 or 300 or 2 mile race pace. So yeah, he's being lenient here. He's flexible. You go by feel. If you're going up 800 feels too fast, you might do 1 mile. if a 1 mile pace feels fast, you might do 2 mile. So back going by feel. Even if it's 5k pace, it's about going by feel, not overdoing it. It's very early in the season. You want to build up, but you don't want to burn out. You want to last for the whole season. You want to be running well in the fall, as they say. I think that's winter. Yeah, cross country. Okay, so he wants his athletes to do strength, mobility, strides, as well as building mileage. Yeah, because he says also because they sort of classes, they generally have more time. But I don't know about that. If they're working full-time jobs, they probably want much more time. But you have to make the time. Yeah, especially if you're lower mileage at the start of the summer training plan, then you have more time. Like if you only run say 20, 25 or 30 minutes, you got so much more time. If you normally train say an hour and a half a day, then you've got an extra hour there. You should, of course, you've no real excuse not to be doing that stuff. Sessions are okay as long as they're aerobic and controlled, he says. Example, or this be, I'd say after a few weeks. Doesn't say exactly here, but I'd say after a few weeks. I'd say if you're doing something like 2 minutes on threshold pace. I'm not sure what threshold pace is. Jesus, I'm trying to learn all this stuff about running. I don't know what threshold is. I don't know, tempo maybe. I don't know. And then 3 minutes off. It should be steady, faster than your long run. So I don't know. It might be say recovery run for long run. I'm not sure what long run. Does he mean recovery run, or does he mean like a run where you're going a little bit faster? I don't know. Long run. For me, the long run's like 8 minute mile pace. Okay, so eventually speed up to 5k pace for the 2 minutes that you're doing. I'm not sure exactly how long this is, but nothing's written in stone. You have to kind of go by feel. Go, make the jumps when you're ready. Make the improvements in speed when you're ready. Okay, so build mileage slowly. Example: 8 mile long runs by mid-June, 10 miles by mid-July, 14 miles by mid-August. So yeah, it's really taking its time here. Just you wanna get used to the training, and they might even do the odd easy week. That's what I do in my flight club. If you feel you need an easy week, just cut down the mileage a bit for 1 week, maybe 70% of the mileage. I don't know if he does that. Gentle progression. Run comfortably for first 70%, go a bit faster. Yeah, so say I'm at might be like 7 minute mile pace for 70%, then work rate, and then do 6:30 for the last couple of miles or something like that. I don't know, like speed up a bit. I don't know what he means by that exactly, but I guess it might be like we don't want to be too strict about the pace. You don't want to be looking at your Garmin the whole time. We want you to go by feel. Maybe that's it. You want to enjoy the running a bit more rather than just being all strict and rigid, looking at the watch the whole time. So near the start of the season, you should be able to do one solid progression run. I'm guessing like progression run for me would be dogs. I'm a 9:06 5k runner, a 3k runner. That's my PB. What I was doing in the progression ones, so I'd be working my way down to last progression I remember I was doing like 6 miles. I was doing 5:50 for the first 4, and then 5:30 for the last 2. But I think I slowed down a bit for the last half mile there, and the first 2 miles were supposed to be like 6:30 mile pace, but I was a bit late that day, so I didn't know what pace to go for the warm, so I only did 8 minute mile pace. That's just an example. So you're not doing anything too fast, nothing faster than your tempo run. Maybe even a little bit slower than your average tempo runs, the faster you be going. And I want aerobic each week, and keep it's aerobic or sessions aerobic in the early part of the season. Yes, I'm not too fast. Like maybe we should be able to hold a little bit of conversation. It's not heavy breathing type stuff. But it's not easy either. It's tough. So now end of summer do 5k sessions, like 6 by 1,000 meters. I'm assuming that'd be, if you're on the flat, it'd be around your 5k pace. For me, I was gonna say if you're a 15:35k runner, that's I'd be like what, 3:07 per kilometer. Would it be, how about that, 3:07 per kilometer?